Do you have highly select interests around military transportation or automation simulators? Does being a cog in a massive machine where your single life barely holds any value sound like something you'd be interested in? Do you have difficulty with verbal communication, not understanding social cues, very niche interests, or maintaining real life friendships? Boy, do I have a game for you then, and also some possible anecdotal evidence that you might want to go see a doctor for. But enough about your impending HFA diagnosis. Let's talk about Foxhole instead. Foxhole is a massively multiplayer war game where thousands of players are pitted against one another in what is considered a persistent war, where about once a month battle lines are drawn and two sides duke it out for supremacy, the Colonials versus the Wardens. Thousands of players are playing the same map every month, and the Steam reviews are good. We have to ask ourselves, is it worth the hype? If slow burn simulation games regarding military, transportation, or just really general logistics and strategy is your cup of tea, this game is right up your alley. The frontline combat, while a lot of fun, is only a small aspect of the larger game going on. And if you are new to the game like I am, you will feel that immediately. There is so much going on around you, whether you are eating grenades and artillery shells in the front line or rubbing shoulders with logistics folks deep in the back line in order to get materials and ammo to the front. The only games that have felt this alive to me was World of Warcraft or my very limited experience with EVE. People will roleplay in this game, which can really enhance the experience. When artillery shells are falling all around you and some random guy urges you to go up over the top with him into no man's land, you feel like you are part of a larger story going on. As long as you can let yourself get into that mindset, this game can really open doors for you. And you'll realize too that many other people are in the same boat of wanting to have that similar experience as you are. The biggest con, and one that I would say can very much make or break the game for the gamer depending on what they prefer, is the bird's eye view that the game makes the player take when playing it. And it's probably one of my least favorite aspects of the game. Don't get me wrong, I understand why they did it. It fits well for all of the operational aspects of the game, and artillery, weather and resource gathering, supply chain management, and vehicle driving. But when it comes to the actual combat itself, the camera angle feels incredibly limiting and can be frustrating to deal with. The problem stems from visioning and aiming not being very intuitive at all. Enemies who are in trenches can kind of be aimed at, but also not really. If you aim at them directly, you'll find yourself shooting the ground 10 feet in front of you or shooting way past them. Camera angles can be a challenge, and it's honestly one of the biggest hurdles of the game to get over and get used to. But just to reiterate, I understand why they did it. It complements many other aspects of the game, and sometimes you just have to put the circle piece through the square hole and call it a day. With that being said, we have to ask ourselves, is this game worth it? And my answer to that is yes, absolutely. This is such a unique game, and we don't see these sort of games come out very often, especially from a World War I, World War II aspect, persistent war. I really hope we see this as the tipping point for a lot of games like this. I think that depending on what this game has been described for in the past, if that is your cup of tea, you will really enjoy this game if you're honestly not playing it already. And it's always in need of new people, just to help fight the war, the persistent effort, whether you're a colonial or a warden. This game is just so solid and so rewarding in many different ways. I highly recommend checking it out. So yes, the game is absolutely worth it. Well guys, that concludes another Is It Worth It video. This is Last Rohican. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button or that subscribe button. And as always, take it easy.